Okay, so for example, we're gonna hit ls turkey.txt. We want to edit that. We're gonna use gedit and type in the name turkey.txt. So what that does is it opens a graphical user interface application that we can now use text editor to put in whatever text we want. In this case, we're going to type in hello world and just hit the save button, exit, and it allows us to continue here, okay, within our CLI. Now, if we're going to use the same command earlier in order for us to check the contents of turkey.txt, we hit cat, and as you can see, it outputs hello world. Now we can do the same thing again if we want to re-edit it. This time, instead of gedit, we're going to use leafpad. It's technically the same software, or sorry, same application, turkey.txt, and it opens up in another different application named leafpad. Hello world. Let's just edit that. Let's say hi world, and we're going to hit file and save here. In order for us to check again, cat turkey.txt, and it says hi world. Alright, now I'm just going to be showing you Nano real quick. So Nano is also a text editor, but as you will see, this is actually a text editor which is still based off the terminal. So as you can see here, if you're going to try and use your mouse or cursor in order to move the cursor, it's not going to work. The only way, since it's a terminal, to edit this is using our directional keys and our keyboard itself. Okay, so hi world, let's just edit this. Let's just put it back to hello world again, and then all right, how do we save it? So as you can see here at the bottom, oops, sorry, right there, as you can see here at the bottom, it has different given commands which give different functions. What we're going to do here is hit the Control X. So if whenever you see these types of commands at the bottom and it has the raised to sign, I think that's the raised to sign, that just means that we're going to hit Control and the key that corresponds to the command that we want. So we want to exit, hit Control X. So as you can see, it says save modified buffer, and we're just going to hit Y for yes, and file name to write, we're going to leave it named turkey.txt, and we're going to hit enter. Unless you want to change it, you can change it turkey2, turkey1, but I'm just going to use the regular file that we created, turkey.txt, hit enter, and now typing ls, we're going to cat turkey.txt, and it says it is now outputting the text that we just edited. Alright, cool. So I just want to show you something as well. So remember that we can use rmdir to delete the directory. Okay, let's just try to delete directory 1 again. But as you can see, it says that directory is not empty, and rmdir failed to remove it. How come? I thought that was the command in order to delete the directory. Okay, so take note that when we use rmdir just removes directories that are empty, which means that there's no content, there's no files within it. As we know that directory 1 contains our, as we are aware, directory 1 contains our file turkey.txt. So technically it does have content, it does contain a file. So how do we remove it with the file still in it? So we use the command rm. Rm is the same command we used in order to delete different files. rm-r and then directory followed with the name of the directory, and it will delete the directory along with the content that it has. We can also use rm, just plain rm, to delete different files. For example, we're going to create 2 different files here, touch, file1.txt, and we're going to make another one, file, I didn't put a 1 in the first one, txt, okay, and let's just say we want to delete file2.txt. Just use rm, ls, and it deletes only that one. So take note and be very careful whenever using the rm command, because whenever you use the rm command on a given file or directory, it will permanently delete the file. It won't give us, it won't take it to a recycle bin such as that in Windows 7 or something, and it will be permanently deleted. It will be gone forever. So as a root user, please be very wary as to what you're removing and what you are deleting. Okay, so in this case, make sure you always type the names correctly and you always check first as to what you're removing first. Okay, it's very, very risky to be using the rm command as root and you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know what files you're deleting. You're just going to end up damaging your system, and it's irreversible. All right, so now we know how to navigate using pwd. We now know how to change directories in order to enter the different directories available. So for example, here we're going to go back to our root directory. You can also use the going up one parent directory, 2 dots, heading straight back to our home directory. If we're root user, that will be in the root file or directory. And in order to head to the main root folder directory, cd/ls, and we're going to find ourselves here. Okay, so let's just head back to the root directory and type in clear to clear out all the clutter. We can also hit Ctrl+L for that. All right, so now we can head back to our pictures, and let's just remove this index.jpg real quick here in order to not get confused. We're gonna make another directory. Make directory, just name it dir1. Make directory dir2. Okay, cd into dir2 1, sorry. And we're gonna make a text file here. So we're gonna use our gedit. Let's just name it again turkey.txt, and in that turkey.txt, let's put in hello world just to give it content in order for it to be unique. Hit the save button, exit, and to check the content, cat, and you can see, all right, we now have a file named turkey.txt which contains the text hello world. Now, as we are aware, in our pictures folder we have dir1 and dir2. Now we want to copy turkey.txt from dir1 to dir2. How do we do that? So we're going to use the cp command. Cp command, then followed by the name of the file that we want to copy, then the full root path or root directory, the full directory path that we want to copy to. In this case, we want to move it to dir2, right? So we're going to do root, and it's in the pictures folder / and dir2. Make sure to specify root just in order to be sure that it copies correctly and you don't start ending up losing files because you don't know where they're going. So how do we check? We're gonna head back up one directory, ls. Okay, now we're gonna cd into our dir2, ls again. As you can see, it has copied our turkey.txt. So to be sure, we're just gonna cat it, and boom, we now have turkey.txt hello world. All right, so we're now in our dir2. We have the turkey.txt. Let's just remove this real quick. All right, and head back to our dir1. Okay, sorry, clear here. Now what we want to do is move turkey.txt from dir1 to dir2. So typically like a copy and paste. So copy and paste in Windows 7. So we're going to be doing the same thing, but we're going to be using the mv command this time, turkey.txt, and specify the full path, okay, as to where we want to move it. So root, sorry, not desktop, it's in the pictures. If I can type correctly here, pictures and dir2. So as we ls this now, as you can see, our turkey.txt is gone. But if we check into our dir2, dir2, okay, if I can type correctly, ls here, and as you can see, our turkey.txt actually moved. There's actually another thing we can use for mv, and that's renaming files. So for example, here we have turkey.txt. We're going to use the move command, turkey.txt, and we're going to rename it to another. For example, we're going to name it dog.txt, and we're going to hit enter. As you can see, it actually renamed the file. So that's how we can actually rename files using the CLI. Okay, we're just going to be using the mv command. All right, so now we're kind of up to speed. We now know the basics of how to maneuver around the Linux system using the terminal, and we're going to be recalling the commands that we used: pwd to know our current working directory, cd to change the directories that we want, ls to display the directories or the files within each folder or directory that we're in, make dir to create the directory, rmdir in order to delete a directory that is empty, take note of that, rm to remove files, and if we want to remove the directory in order that has content or has files in it, rm-r followed by the name of the directory that we want to delete. The touch command is used to generate different files, not only txt. So for example, hello.exe, it will also generate a hello.exe file. Okay, then lastly, we now learn how to move. Copy, we're going to name, for example, use the cp command to copy from one directory to another, and mv command, which we can also use for renaming and at the same time moving the file that we want in one directory to another. Okay,